Hey guys, dailyrotohelp.com. Now, this is a highly requested video that you guys have been asking for to break down each and every single MLB stadium, who hits better, left, right, what it looks like. So that's what I kind of want to do. I don't know how many parts this video will be. It really depends on how long it's going to take to actually record the video and go break down every single stadium. Obviously, there's 30 stadiums. So this possibly could be one long video. I'm going to edit it on the MacBook, hopefully make it a little bit better. So bear with me. There's no fast forwarding through it. We're going to encompass hopefully everything that we possibly can. What I want to do is go through each stadium, go through their dimensions, who hits better, lefty, righty, triples, doubles, singles, batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, weighted on-base percentage, runs scored, stuff like that. So that's what I want to do. I want to go through every single stadium to let you guys know just all the factors there are. We're even going to say the size of the wall, whether or not home runs can be robbed from there, pretty much how it goes. So get ready, buckle up. Let's get this going. Finally, a highly requested video dealing with ballpark factors. This will help out for your season long. This will help out just for, maybe trivia knowledge, anything like that. This will be the video for you. So what I want to do is we're going to go in alphabetical order. And as of right now, I have some stats available from April 27th, 2017. So we're the most, barring today's or tomorrow, however long it takes to do this video, what we're going to do is the factors will be through 2017, April, be 28th, I believe. So that's what we're going to do. Hopefully you guys are buckled in, grab a beer, grab a beverage. I got my trusty water here. We are going to get it going now. So I don't know if you guys want to get your notepad, an actual pen and paper. This will help you not only for DFS, this will help you for season long, possibly in the future for drafts, just all encompassing. Hopefully this will be a very informative video for you. Buckle up because this for sure will be a long video, but hopefully it will be very informative for you. Let's get going. We're going to go in alphabetical order. We're going to start with the Arizona Diamondbacks, Chase Field, aka Coors Field Jr. So just starting with Chase Field, the dimensions, left is 330, center is 407, right is 335. The lowest part of the wall, 7.5 feet, so easily home runs can be robbed there. The highest point is 25 feet. No one's Superman, so and that's basically pretty much dead center with the wall there. We're going to break it up from right to left-handed bats, and we're going to go. So we're going to go with right-handed bats first. Right-handed bats here at Chase Field, home run. Now, the average is 1.0. We'll put that. So you're looking at an average, just a number is 1.0, so we'll start it there. Home runs, 1.07 for left or righties, 101 for lefties. Triples, 2.02 for right-handed bats, 1.71 for left-handed bats. Doubles, 1.15 for right-handed bats, 1.14 for left-handed bats. So they're pretty, even right there throughout. Singles, though, right-handed bats, 0.99, so less than the average. For some reason, left-handed bats, 1.08. Batting average overall, 1.05 for right-handed bats, 1.11 for lefties. On-base percentage, 1.03 right-handed bats, 1.09 left-handed bats. Slugging percentage, 1.08 right-handed bats, 1.11 lefties. Righties, a WOBA of 1.05 and a 1.09 for lefties. And runs scored, 1.15 for right-handed bats and 1.08 for left-handed bats. So what are we saying here? Left-handed batters have an advantage here, whether or not, which is weird, for the most part. Home runs, right-handed bats, because left field is 5 feet shorter than right field, but lefties altogether, other than home runs, on base, everything like that is higher as a left-handed bat. So if you're looking at factors, you're looking at righties, you're looking at lefty bats, whoever the pitcher is. So what you want to do is you want to see the pitching here. You want to go from there and check that out. Right side of the infield for lefties seems to get more singles, doubles, and triples. Well, singles, doubles, and triples are pretty much even for both, and home runs are home runs. That's set up that way. And if you want to look at the numbers here, Chase Field has actually given up the most home runs so far this season at an average of about 2. They beat out Yankee Stadium. They beat out Coors Field. So that is kind of that. Runs so far 1.633, home runs 2.000, hits are 1.33, doubles are 1.7, triples are 0.9, and walks are 0.98 as well. So that is Chase Field in a nutshell. It's Coors Field Jr. You always want to have some exposure to Chase Field if the game is there. Anytime there is, you want to check the pitching matchups. You want to look at the bats. You want to look at the BVP, which is batter versus pitcher. A lot of people look at BVP, and that's the only thing they do. They don't take in account of actual fields. That's the great thing about it. That's why you guys are here. Hopefully it's helping you out a little bit at a time. So let's go with the Atlanta Braves. Sorry. For some reason, it won't let me go through. So we're just going to go, I guess we're just going to go in order of the stadium names. We're just going to go in order now. So Angels Stadium of Anaheim, obviously home of the Los Angeles Angels. The dimensions are left field 330, center is 400, kind of comes to a point, and right field is 330 as well. The lowest point in the wall is 4'6". The highest is 18 feet. So with that, I mean, we've seen Mike Trout rob a ton of home runs in center field. So it is a short fence there. So even at the deepest point, if the batter powers up enough to hit it out, if you got Mike Trout there, he's got a really good chance of robbing it. I mean, you can look at a montage of home runs being robbed there. It's pretty great. Most of the time, majority of the time, it's going to be center field with Trout, or it's going to be left field with, Calhoun, whoever's playing left field. Usually Calhoun, pretty good there. Now, this is not a good hitting ballpark overall, and you'll kind of see what I'm talking about with that. Home runs given up here, like I said, the average is always 1.0 for everything. Home runs given up 1.02 to lefties, righties 0.96, so a little bit better with the lefties. Triples 0.67 for lefties, 0.64 for righties. Doubles 0.88 lefties or righties, 0.83 for lefties. So a little bit better there. Singles 0.97 for right-handed batters, 0.98 for lefties. So a little bit better, obviously not a ton there. Average 0.95 right-handed bats, 0.94 lefties. On-base percentage 0.97. On-base percentage for lefties 0.94. Slugging percentage 0.95. Right-handed bats 0.92 for left-handed bats. Weighted on-base percentage. Right-handed bats 0.96, left-handed bats 0.94, and runs scored 0.92 for right-handed bats and 0.82 for left-handed bats. So you can kind of see there's not a ton of advantage here. The advantage lefty-righty effect on the field. Right side of the field is the best for singles, and that's pretty much it there. Sorry, Brett Gardner now. So this is being recorded, obviously, April 29th. This part anyway. Brett Gardner now is back-to-back home runs. Just hit a 3-run bomb. So sorry about that. Let's get on from there. So looking at the ballpark factor with Angel Stadium, they're ranked 6th as of right now for home runs. Run score 1.551. Home runs 1.324, hits 1.218, doubles 1.55, triples 1.2, and walks 1.1. So I mean they're pretty good there. We're going to rank them in home run order because, that's what a lot of people are looking for. That is that. So they are ranked 6th overall for home runs given up, which not too bad. You could probably guess what's ranked dead last. And we will definitely get through that. We'll go through all of that information once we get there. So don't worry about that. So another ballpark factor. Looking at AT&T Park, really oddly set up. It's oddly set up here. Left field 339, center 399, right field 309, and it is it's so odd how it's set up, and then it goes back. So from corner of right field to right center is 90 feet difference. I mean, it's a damn near. It's just a cut. It's not like most stadiums you're going to see. It comes around, as it just circles around. This is more of a jagged corner, and then they have the stone face. So, I mean, if you can hit a ball and the outfielder's not playing it well, so let's take an outfielder that I guess a visiting outfielder. They're not used to it. Now, a lot of the players will go out and kind of look at all the dimensions and kind of do batting practice and get a feel for it for the most part. But what we're looking for is if you can hit the ball off that stone facing and, they either dive or they misplay it and center field misplays it, they're further back, a lot can happen. That's where you're going to get your triples. That's where you're going to get your extra base hits. Inside the Parkers, not rare to see in San Francisco at AT&T Park. The lowest portion of the wall is 8 feet. The highest is 25 feet. 8 feet is getting up there where you can still rob it. Obviously, 25 feet is the right field with the stone face here. So right-handed bats, home runs, 0.76. Left-handed bats, 0.55. Now, that's just the main factor is a lot of left-handed bats here have a very extremely hard time pulling the ball. Besides Barry Bonds, steroids and stuff like that, it is a shot to get it up there. So you're going to see a lot of them go out. You're going to see people splash down into the bay, but that's very few and far between compared to the other baseball stadiums. Triples here, 1.21, a really high amount because if they can hit it in the corner, the center. I say corner, but it's technically like right center. There's a corner, how it's built. You can run for days there. 1.21 triples to right-handed bats. Left-handed bats, 1.93. What I'm saying is left-handed bats, they pull the ball there, good to go. So what you want to do is you want to be looking at left-handed bats in AT&T Park against a terrible pitcher. Triples, doubles, home runs can come. So if you can find a left-handed power bat that has either good numbers or whatever it is against, ideally, a right-handed pitcher at AT&T, you're looking pretty good there. So if you're looking at, let's say, Matt Cain pitching at home, that would be something to look at where Matt Cain against a lefty with power or has got good numbers against him, AT&T Park, you're going to be looking pretty good there. Doubles a little bit less, 0.99 for right-handed bats, 0.94 for left-handed bats. Singles, 1.05 for righties, 1.09 for lefties. Average, on par, both of them are at 1.01. On-base percentage, 1.02 for righties, 1 exactly, so just the average for on-base percentage on left-handed bats. Slugging percentage, 0.96 for righties, 0.93 for lefties. Weighted on base, 0.99 for righties, 0.97 for lefties, and runs scored here, 0.99 right-handed bats, 0.88 for left-handed bats. So what you're looking at here is, if you're looking for the power, you're looking for the extra base hits, you're going to be looking at lefties here. Overall, righties do a little bit better if they can take it the other way. That's kind of what we're looking at here. Yeah, so let's look at the numbers here. Like I said, AT&T Park has the fewest home runs out of all 30 stadiums so far this season, and for the most part, it's pretty much what you're doing. It's a pitcher's park, so if you can find a good pitcher, now ideally I would say Madison Bumgarner, but as we all know, he got hurt on his stupid stupid off day. I realize people are defending him because it's his off day. He can do what he wants. But when you're a star pitcher, you're the second best pitcher in the league. Your team is counting on you. You don't go do dumb things on your off day. Yeah, can you please go wait 6 months and then go do it on the off season? Have time to heal, but unfortunately, no. So if you can find a great elite pitcher, San Francisco would be the stadium to take them in. They're ranked dead last, giving up home runs, .429, where, like I said, Chase Field is 2. So as you can see, Chase Field, amazing. Runs scored, .643 at AT&T. Hits, .787. Doubles, .58. Triples, .66. So in most of the time, it's going to be a left-handed bat hitting in the right center field, getting that gap. That's going to be where you're going to find your triple the most. And walks, .805. So that is AT&T Park in a nutshell. Let's get to Busch Stadium, home of the St. Louis Cardinals. We have, pretty even dimensions, what you're used to with ballparks. Left field, 336, center field, 400, and right field, 335. The wall is the exact same throughout the entire stadium, 8 feet. So, not necessarily able to rob a home run just jumping straight up. Maybe you leveraging yourself with the wall, 8 feet all the way across. Pretty good considering we've seen 4.5 feet all the way to 25 feet, 18 feet, whatever it was at Angels Stadium. You can kind of see the difference. Here, Busch Stadium, it's all the exact same dimension going around. So, giving up home runs, right-handed bats, .82, left-handed bats, .95, triples, .70, triples for left-handed bats, .82, doubles here, .98 to righties, .94 to lefties, singles, 1.05 to right-handed bats, 1.09 to left-handed bats. The batting average here, righties right at 1, so they're at the average of just overall MLB. 1.02 to left-handed bats. Your on-base percentage, right-handed bats, .99. On-base here for lefties, .98. So, pretty much equivalent there. Slugging percentage, .94 to right-handed bats, .98 to left-handed bats. The weighted on-base percentage is what's key here. They're still below the average, .97 to righties, .98 to lefties. So, it's not much there, but there is a difference. And runs scored, .88 to righties and .99 to lefties. So as you can see, Busch Stadium, you're wanting to be looking at left-handed bats. That's something that you're not possibly thinking about, but this is another one, just like last stadium. Left-handed bats are doing a little bit better at Busch Stadium. So if you can find good lefties against a terrible pitching matchup, you're going to be wanting to take advantage of that. So with the Cardinals, if you're looking at their home team, you're looking at Matt Carpenter, you're looking at Matt Adams. It really depends on who you're looking at, but you want to look at the lefties, who the pitcher is, and then kind of go from there, mix and match there. So looking at home runs given up so far this season, we're looking at Busch Stadium, 25 of 30. They're giving up .79 home runs. .769 of runs scored, 1.05 hits, 0.89 hits, .76 doubles, .96 triples, and walks, .9. So you're looking at maybe doubles, you're looking at home runs, So with Busch Stadium, another stadium, you want to go with lefties. For the most part. So the best ones obviously are going to be the ones that are the home team, but you can also look at lefties mixed up with just whoever you want. Definitely make sure to check the pitchers. If there's a pitcher that's iffy, you want to go lefties, especially lefties in the same division, NL Central, because they're going to play there a lot. They're going to play at at Busch Stadium a ton, and they're going to know the dimensions. They're going to know the little ins and outs of that stadium. So that's what a lot of people don't look at when you're building an MLB DFS lineup. You're not looking at certain players. A lot of people are only looking at the big brand names. So let's say Chris Davis comes into Busch Stadium. Oh, he's a power hitting lefty. Yeah, I would take Matt Carpenter over Chris Davis almost any day. Why? Because, yes, Chris Davis can hit a home run, but Chris Davis strikes out more than anyone that I know. His contract is like 100, I don't even remember what it is. It's over 150 mil, I do believe, and he just strikes out way too much. So that is Busch Stadium in a nutshell. Let's move on to the next stadium that we have on the list, which is Citi Field, because we've already done Chase Field. Now, Citi Field is 335 to left, 408 to center, and 330 to right field. I do believe that they brought the fences in either last season or the season before. I'm not really sure what they did, but it is a little bit different than what it was when it first was constructed. The field is 8, or the fence is 8, or wall, whatever you want to call it, is 8 feet tall all the way across. So it's another one where it's all the way across, which I kind of like there. So definitely check that. Now, I can tell you right now, this is one of the worst ballparks in the MLB to hit a home run in. I mean, it is a definition of a pitcher's park. So, again, the average is 1, just like everything else. Right-handed bats, home runs are .99. Left-handed bats, 1.10. So if you're a left-handed bat, you're looking Mets bats at home who know a lot of things. You're looking at possibly Neil Walker. You're looking at Travis d'Arnaud. You're looking at a lot of lefties here. Curtis Granderson, which for the most part, I can promise you, at any given point, if you're taking Curtis Granderson in DFS, you're taking him in a GPP, a tournament, because the guy strikes out way too much. But he is a power hitter. When he makes contact, he can hit a home run, especially at Citi Field. But you have to be a DFS player, and you have to use Granderson only in cash, or not in GPP, because pretty much wasting your cash. Otherwise, triples. Right-handed bats only .50, so they're half of the average. Left-handed bats .79, doubles .85 to righties, .93 to lefties, singles .92, .89 to lefties. Your average here .91 to righties, .92 to lefties. On-base percentage .95 right-handed bats, .96 left-handed bats. So I mean they're pretty much even with on-base. Slugging percentage, .91 to righties, .97 to lefties. Your weighted on-base percentage, .93 to righties, .97 to lefties. And runs scored, .86 right-handed bats, 1.07 left-handed bats. So Citi Field is built for left-handed bats. But when I'm saying that, the only advantage that Citi Field has is left-handed bats, pretty much doubles and home runs. Singles and triples are pretty much even on lefty and righty, left side of the field, right side of the field, lefty, righty bats. Home runs, a little bit advantage. Whether or not that has to do with right field is 5 feet further, 5 feet closer than left field. Center field, I mean, it is a shot if you can get it there. So Citi Field, left-handed bats, but it's still a pitcher's ballpark overall. It is the second to last ranked stadium with home runs, right before AT&T. It's at 29 of 30. They're giving up .47 home runs per game. Runs on the season, .77. Your hits, .79. Your doubles, .95. Most of the time, it's going to be left-handed bats hitting those doubles. Your triples, 1.42. And your walks, .92. So, Citi Field, pitcher's park. If you want to go GPP, you want to take left-handed bats here in a terrible matchup for pitching. So look at the pitching, look at the lefties, compare that. Then you want to compare your on-base percentage for your lefties. You want to compare your hard hit rate. You want to compare the BVP, which is batter versus pitcher for this ballpark. So we are going to move on to the next stadium, which is Citizens Bank Park, the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's get it going. So left field, 329, center field, 408, and right field, 330. The lowest point of the outfield wall is 6 feet. The highest is 19. Center field obviously is deep, and it's set up a little bit weird. Just like AT&T, there's a little corner in left center. So kind of pay attention to that. But it's got to be a shot to get it out there. So home runs, pretty good hitting park here. Both lefties and righties hit pretty well. Right-handed bats, 1.16 home runs. Left-handed bats, 1.12. Triples, 0.71. Triples for left-handed bats, 0.80. Doubles for right-handed bats, 0.87. Left-handed bats, 0.91. Singles, 0.96. Left-handed bats, 0.93. Your average, 0.95 for both lefties and righties. So your batting average about the same for both. On-base percentage, 0.96 for right-handed bats, 0.97 for left-handed bats. Slugging percentage, 0.98. Slugging percentage for left-handed bats, 0.97. So slugging percentage and home runs are the only thing right-handed bats do a little bit better, and it is very minute difference here. Your weighted on-base percentage, your right-handed bats are 0.97, your left-handed bats are 0.98, and your runs scored, right-handed bats 0.94 and left-handed bats 0.93. So the only advantage, it's pretty much not the home runs about even here at Citizens Bank Park. Where does it rank in order? It is ranked number 4 as of right now. Citizens Bank Park is the 4th best stadium to hit a home run in. Runs scored 1.32, home runs 1.5, hits 1.1, doubles 1.01, triples 1.8, and walks 1.1. So if you can find a good hitting batter, doesn't matter righty or lefty, they're kind of on par. They're pretty even. Citizens Bank Park is a great home run hitting park. Wait until the summer when the humidity gets in the city of brotherly love. They'll be flying out of there. So you're looking at it depends, but definitely looking at your Phillies. Since they play there all the time, you'd be looking at bats there. So what you want to do is you want to look for a bad pitching matchup with righty or lefty. It's pretty even here. But look for those home run hitters because they are there, and hopefully they will be the ones scoring the most points or runs. As you can see, home runs do come here. It is a great home run hitting park. 4th ranked out of 30 is not too bad in our book. So look for Phillies at home, look for home run hitters, look for extra base hitters, and kind of build your lineup from there. Obviously, don't get too crazy, but it is a really good ballpark to be hitting home runs in. That brings us to our next stadium, Detroit, the Tigers, Comerica Park. Left field is 345. Center is 420. It is a shot to center field. Saw Alex Avila hit one out there. It is a shot out there. And right field is 330. So right field is 15 feet closer than left field. So I think you kind of know where the numbers are going to go from here. Might be a little. Well, let me put it this way. You might think you know what the numbers are going to look like here in Detroit. Let's put it that way. The field, the fence height, 6 feet at the lowest point, 14 feet at the highest point. Right-handed bats hitting home runs 0.92, left-handed bats 1.07. So like I said, right field being 15 feet, the right field wall being 15 feet closer, pretty much what you kind of can expect there. Triples though. Right-handed bats are hitting 1.69. Just, there's more ground to cover there. If it gets over the fielder's head, if they dive, whatever the case is, kind of carousel around. Triples to left-handed bats, 1.40. So still above the average. Pretty good above the average. Not as good as right-handed bats of the average, but we can kind of see how that goes. Doubles, 0.98 to righties, 0.88 to lefties. Singles, 1.02, 0.91 to lefties. Average 1.01 righties, 0.95 to lefties. On-base percentage 1 to right-handed bats, 0.96 to left-handed bats. Slugging percentage 1 to right-handed bats, 0.98 to left-handed bats. Weighted on-base percentage 1.00. So right on, just even on-base, slugging, and WOBA are all at the average for right-handed bats and a little bit below average for lefties. Slugging percentage 0.98 to left-handed bats. WOBA 0.97, and then runs scored 0.94 to right-handed bats. So left-handed bats 0.97. So overall, right-handed bats here in this ballpark do a little bit better than left-handed bats, but left-handed bats do hit home runs. So if you're looking for a solid team, to build that solid team, you're kind of looking at right-handed bats in this ballpark. They just have a little bit more, whether or not that's the wall, because doubles, if they don't go over. Obviously, any left-handed bats are the bats you're going to look for if you are chasing those home runs, which are the kind of bats you're looking for if you want to take down a tournament in DFS. To win a tournament, you need every single one of your batters to hit a home run, or they need to hit for the cycle, or they need to hit triples. They need extra base hits. You need as many points from every single batter you can. So overall, right-handed bats do well here at Comerica. If you are looking for the home run hitters for your GPP, you are looking at left-handed bats. So where does Comerica Park rank for home runs this season so far? It is actually 22nd, 22 of 30. So with that, they have 0.86 runs, 0.83 for home runs, 0.96 for hits, 1.02 for doubles, 0.75 for triples, and 0.93 for walks. So not the best home run hitting ballpark, but if you can find that one hitter to hit one, you're looking at lefties here at Comerica Park. Next up is everybody's favorite, Coors Field. Left field, 347. Center, 415. Right field, 350. Wall size, 8 feet at the lowest and 14 feet at the highest. And, I mean, it's a screen. Right field has the scoreboard, the electronic scoreboard, and it's fenced in. So the ball can careen off that. It can, when it careens, it could go a different way, just how it's built. But for the most part, the ball flies out of here. And what we kind of know is the last series they had at Coors, the Nationals played 4 games. I think they scored 47 runs in 4 games. A lot of those were home runs. A lot of those were extra base hits. So you are looking at amazing factors. And I can tell you right now, both lefties and righties hit in this stadium. It is the home run hitting park. The elevation, when it's hot, when it's humid, that's when the ball will fly out of there. So with that, let's get into the bats. Right-handed bats, home runs, 1.20. Left-handed bats, 1.12. Triples, 1.79. To righties, to lefties, 1.42. Doubles, 1.27. Lefties, 1.18. Righties with singles, 1.15. 1.21 for lefties. Your on-base percentage, 1.14 to righties, 1.15 to lefties. So on-base, pretty even there. Slugging percentage, 1.22. Right-handed bats, 1.19 to left-handed bats. Your WOBA, weighted on-base percentage, 1.17 to right-handed bats, 1.16 to left-handed bats. And your runs scored here, 1.37 right-handed bats, 1.32 to left-handed bats. You really can't go wrong. That's why we always say in all of our videos, and you're going to hear a lot of people say, you want to stack Coors. You want to have exposure to Coors. So right-handed bats, good. Left-handed bats, good as well. It really doesn't matter. You're looking for those home run hitters. So if you're looking at left-handed bats or left-handed pitchers in Coors, you want those right-handed bats. So you're looking at Trevor Story. You're looking at Mark Reynolds. If you have a right-handed pitcher on the mound, you want those left-handed bats in the Rockies lineup. Another right-hander when he's not hurt, Ian Desmond. We don't know. We haven't seen him. It's his first season. He hasn't played yet, but he should fare well there. With that, your left-handed bats, you already know DJ LeMahieu as well as the right-handed bat. He hit damn near 350 last year. Your left-handed bats, you are looking at Carlos Gonzalez. He's been there forever. Charlie Blackmon. Blackmon is one of my favorite hitters ever. Not ever, but one of my favorite players to try and draft now. Had him last year. I had to give him up this year. But he's got speed. He's got power. So if he can get on base, he's getting you stolen bases. He can hit those extra base hits. He can hit those home runs in Coors Field. So I'm pretty sure you already know both righties and lefties in this stadium know exactly what to do. The stadium actually ranked this season so far. Whether or not they've played a couple series there, so the first series of the year didn't have really any offense going. The last series with the Nationals definitely did. But Coors right now ranks third overall for home runs. Runs scored 1.7, home runs 1.833, hits 1.29, doubles 1.06, triples 3.3. Amazing. They're not even the highest ranked stadium for triples. I'll tell you that right now. They are ranked second, I believe, for triples so far. And walks 1.1. So Coors Field, you want exposure when there are games being played at Coors Field. Let's get into the next one. It is Dodger Stadium, which I've been to it. We went for my bachelor party last year. It is old, but it is pretty damn awesome. If you've never been there, I suggest going to Dodger Stadium. You're just driving on a highway. It looks like a highway, and then boom, you come to the top of the hill. You're there. Chavez Ravine is awesome. We sat out in the bleachers. It was all you can eat. It was pretty awesome. I absolutely hate LA as a city. It takes forever to get around anywhere. It took us like 4 hours to go 7 miles. It was rush hour. It's when we flew in. It wasn't the best planned time. It smells, but I love Dodger Stadium. It's awesome. So with that, let's get into it. So the field, the wall is 4 feet. At the highest is 8 feet. So left field 4 feet, right field corner 4 feet as well, and then pretty much from there it is 8 feet around. Let's get into the factors. So home runs 0.89 to right-handed bats, 1.1 to left-handed bats. That's why you want those bleacher seats. That's what we were there for. We didn't see a home run, but we kind of wanted to. It would have been pretty awesome. Well, we saw a home run, but it was actually to center field, and it wasn't to where our seats were. Triples, 0.43 to right-handed bats, 0.57 to lefties. It's not a good extra base hitting ballpark for triples. Doubles, yes, if they can get it down the line. 1.06 to right-handed bats, 1.03 to left-handed bats. Your singles, 0.98. Right-handed bats, left-handed bats, 0.92. Your average, 0.97 to righties, 0.94 to lefties. On-base percentage, 0.97 again, 0.93 to lefties. Slugging percentage, 0.95, 0.97 to lefties. Weighted on-base percentage, 0.96, right-handed bats, 0.95 to lefties. And your runs scored, 0.84 to right-handed bats and 0.98 to left-handed bats. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at left-handed bats doing a little bit better. It's not a huge difference, but left-handed bats will do a little bit better here at Dodger Stadium. And how do they rank home run wise? So far this season, 2017 season, they rank number 12 out of 30. Runs scored, 1.72. Home runs, 1.08. 0.95 for hits, 1.03 for doubles, 0.306 for triples, and 0.78 for walks. So, especially if it gets hot and humid during the summer, that's when the ball will fly out of there the most. So they are currently ranked 12th overall in this season. And I will actually go through 2016. I'm just going to go through it at the end so you guys can kind of see kind of what to look at, what we're looking at there. So with that is Dodger Stadium in a nutshell. All right, guys, so that brings us to Boston. We got Fenway Park. We've got, the Green Monster, 310. I mean, that is just a little click there. That is how far my slow pitch softball field is. When I play on Thursdays, it is 305, I think. So it's 5 more feet. So I think I would be able to hit, I guess, slow pitch. I can't hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, but I could hit one out of here, a slow pitch. Yeah, I understand, but 310 in left, 390 with a quirky little corner that goes past 400 in center, and 302 in right field. So I can tell you right now, the home runs are going to favor right-handed bats. Pretty much everything else is going to favor left-handed bats if they can especially get in that gap. 1.15 for home runs, 0.79 for lefties. Triples, 0.84. Lefties, 1.88 if they can get it in that gap. Doubles, 1.14. 1.58 for lefties. Singles, 1.06 for righties. 1.11 lefties. Average, 1.07 righties. 1.16 for lefties. On base percentage, 1.05 righties. 1.11 lefties. Slugging percentage, 1.09 for right-handed bats. 1.12 for left-handed bats. WOBA, 1.06 for righties and 1.11 for lefties, and runs scored 1.18 right-handed bats, 1.18 right-handed bats, 1.12 left-handed bats. The advantage here for everything but extra base hits besides home runs is going to go to a left-handed bat. Right-handed bats are going to take the home runs because of the green monster. If you're looking for the extra base hits, you're looking at the lefties, Benintendi. You're looking at Mitch Moreland's going to be that lefty there as a home run hitter. You got Jackie Bradley Jr. They have those left-handed bats, but not very many home run hitters in that as a lefty. So if you're looking at a game in Fenway, if you're looking for home runs, you're looking for a right-handed bat. If you're looking for extra base hits, you're definitely looking for a left-handed bat there. A lot of the problem with the Red Sox offense this season is Big Papi's gone. They did bring in Mitch Moreland, who is that home run hitter. Obviously, he's not Big Papi, but he's his replacement in a way. Whether or not it's good or bad, that's what the Red Sox are handing themselves this season. Where does Fenway rank this season up until today? It actually ranks number 17. It is in the middle there for home runs. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go through all the numbers because we're already going through numbers. So you got a little bit of freebie in those numbers earlier, but we're just going to rank them in order. And then we're going to go last year ranked in order as well. So that brings us to the next ballpark, Globe Life Park in Arlington for the Texas Rangers. Left field 332, center 400, right field 325. The lowest portion of the wall, 8 feet 7 inches. The highest is 16.6 in right. You got home runs, 1.05 right-handed bats, 1.04 lefties. Triples, 1.16, 1.32 to lefties. Doubles, 1.14 and 0.93 to righties. Singles, or to lefties. Singles, 1.12. Left-handed bats, 1.07. Batting average, 1.12 to righties and 1.05 to lefties. On-base percentage, 1.10. Lefties 1.05, slugging 1.11, 1.04 to lefties. Weighted on base, you got 1.10 to right-handed bats and 1.04 to left-handed bats. And runs scored at Arlington, 1.14 to righties and 1.13 to lefties. So it's pretty much a right-hand hitter's ballpark, but it's in Texas, so once the heart of the summer hits and we're in it, and there is a lot of humidity, you're going to see a lot of home runs in this ballpark. So they're not going to be ranked very high right now probably because it's still early in the season. But once it becomes summer, once the heat is there and the humidity is like 90%, the ball is going to fly out of there. That's what a lot of people don't look at. When they look at weather, they look at rain. They look at what the rain is going to do, if there's rain. They don't look at humidity. You might overlook the entire stadium because of there's no rain chance or whatever's going on, and then you might lose it there. So that's what you guys need to do. You need to go look when you're looking for your actual weather statistics and stuff like that to see if what's going on. You need to check the humidity. You need to check the dew point. You need to check other things other than kind of what you see. We do actually have weather app at dailyrotohelp.com. It's under the weather tab. Like right now, Busch Stadium shows 100% thunderstorm. So if there was a game there, canceled. Probably why the game was canceled. But it's got a flash flood watch and stuff like that. It doesn't have the humidity, I don't believe. So you might have to possibly go to weather.com or anything like that. But we are there. We do have some certain factors for you. Where does this ballpark rank so far this season? They rank number 13. I promise you by the end of the season, they will most likely be ranked in the top 5, and it's going to be mainly due to the humidity and the ball flying out of there. once Nomar Mazara starts to hit, Rougned Odor starts to hit, you got Adrian Beltre back, Joey Gallo, cannot wait. You're going to be looking at Odor, Mazara, Gallo type stacks when there's 80 to 90% humidity. Ball's going to fly out of this ballpark. You're not even going to realize it, and it's going to be out of here. And that's something a lot of people don't look at. That's what you need to look at. So that brings us to the Reds' Great American Ballpark. Dimensions: 328 in left, 404 in center, 325 in right. At the shortest part of the field, with the fence 8 feet tall, up to 12 feet. So not the best ballpark for robbing home runs if they do hit home runs. And I'm going to tell you right now, left-handed bats do a lot better in this ballpark than right-handed bats. That's why you see Joey Votto have great seasons all the time, the left-handed bat there. So home runs, right? What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through righties first and then lefties instead of back and forth so you guys can listen up. So these are all the statistics for right-handed bats. Home runs, 1.09 rate. Triples, 0.52. Doubles, 1.02. Singles, 0.97. Average, 0.98. On-base percentage, 0.98 again. Slugging, right at the average of 1. WOBA, 0.99. And runs, 0.97. Looking at the right side of the field, the left-handed batters, home runs, 1.22, significantly better than 1.09. Triples, 0.58. Doubles, 0.93. Singles, 1.03. Average, 1.03. On-base percentage, 1.04. Slugging percentage, 1.05. WOBA, 1.04. And runs scored, 1.12. So as you can see, a lot of the left-handed bats here are going to have a better average. Overall, they're going to have better stats than right-handed bats. So what you're looking at is you're looking at a right-handed pitcher and you want to pick against them. You want to look at left-handed bats here. Or even a left-handed pitcher against left-handed bats if the batter is good or decent against left-handed pitching. So where does the Great American Ballpark rank right now in home runs given up this season? It currently ranks number 14 right after Texas. It will change, but with that team's not a home run hitting team per se. You got Joey Votto, Eugenio Suarez, and Zach Cozart, but two of those, Cozart, for example, right-handed bat, so it does factor in it a little bit better for left-handed bats. That brings us to one of my favorite stadiums, just because I haven't been to a ton of other ones. I have been to Kauffman Stadium. We went every year. We watch the Yankees and the Royals. Obviously, I haven't been there for a couple years, like I said, but I really like this stadium. If you have not been there and it's on your bucket list, this will be a stadium to go to. They've renovated it so much going up until the All-Star game they had there in 2012. That sounds about right. 2012, I think. Left field, 330, 410 in center, and 330 in right. The wall is the exact same all the way around, 9 feet. Right-handed batting stats here. Home run rate, 0.77. Triples, 1.25. Doubles, 1.26. Singles, 1.02. Average, 1.03. On-base percentage, 1.02. Slugging percentage, even at 1. WOBA, 1.01. And runs scored, 1.10. Your left-handed bats favoring the right side of the field. Home run rate, 0.80, so a little bit better than righties, but it's not a home run hitting park. Triples, 1.91. Doubles, 1.21. Singles, 1.03. Average, 1.04. Your on-base percentage for lefties, even at league average of 1. Slugging percentage is 1.01. WOBA, 1 exactly. And runs scored, 1.07. So in actuality, if you're looking for those extra base hits, triples, it favors triples and home runs more. Doubles are more for the right-handed bats at Kauffman. And so far, where does it rank for home runs this season? Actually ranks 28th at a 5.30 rate. So it's not giving up a lot of home runs. For the most part, it is not a home run hitting ballpark. It is, in fact, a pitcher's park. And not a lot of people know that. It wouldn't just jump out at you, to be honest. So that brings us to our next stadium, Marlins Park. It's really weird, oddly set up. 344 in left, 418 in center with a little curve out in left center, and 335 to right. The lowest portion of the wall is 10 feet. The tallest is 16. You're not going to see a lot of home runs being robbed out of here. Number-wise, home run right-handed batters, .74, triples, .86, doubles, 1.05, and singles, .89, .90 for average, on-base percentage, .91, slugging percentage, .90, and runs, .91. Left-handed batters, a home run rate of .81, triples, 1.02, doubles, .83, singles, 1.05, average, even at the league average of 1, on-base percentage, 1.03, slugging percentage, .95, WOBA, .99, and runs scored, .90. So in all actuality, Marlins Park is a pitcher's park. Unfortunately, we no longer have Jose Fernandez out there. He had one of the best records of any starting pitcher at home. So if you can find a good pitcher pitching in Marlins Park, more times than not, they're going to have a great night, because it is more of a home run or a pitcher park than a home run hitting type park, hitting overall. Where does it rank for home runs so far this season? It does rank 8th right now. 1.2 is what it's looking at. Once we get through from 2016, we'll see where they ranked. For the most part, though, Marlins Park is not a hitting park. It is more of a pitcher's park. That brings us to Miller Park in Milwaukee. Now, this is another one. It's a dome. It's retractable. The roof can open. When the roof is open and it is humid, the ball absolutely flies out of there. So when it is summertime and the dome is open, or the retractable roof is open, hitter's ballpark, you got Ryan Braun there. You got Eric Thames, who's coming out of nowhere. His arms are like that big. It is a great park, especially with the hitters they have. Hernan Perez can hit a home run. Ryan Braun hits home runs. Eric Thames crushes the ball. So it's going to be exciting to see it's kind of like Texas. It's going to be very exciting to see once the humidity goes up and the actual dome is open. It's a little bit more exciting field. The fence is 8 feet all the way around, so you can see home runs being robbed here. So, going through right-handed bats, home run rate 1.12, triples 1.03, doubles 1.03, singles average and on-base percentage are all below the average. Singles are .87, average is .93, and on-base percentage .95, slugging percentage .99, WOBA 0.97, and runs scored 1.01. Left-handed bats using the right side of the field here, 1.51 for home runs, 1.16 for triples, 1.05 for doubles, 0.99 for singles, 1.04 for average, 1.02 for on-base percentage. Slugging percentage for left-handed bats, 1.13, WOBA 1.07, and runs scored 1.06. So looking at these numbers, every single number favors a left-handed bat. Ryan Braun is different. He can hit home runs, but that is why Eric Thames is on fire when he plays at home. Everything factors a left-handed bat here. Right now, where does this rank? It ranks 20th. Obviously, like I said, when the dome is open and it's humid out, the ball's going to fly out of there. It's still early in the season, so definitely once it becomes summertime, humidity, and the dome is open, you're going to see this number go to, it's going to be, I haven't looked, I'm going to say it's going to be in the top 10 for home runs. We'll kind of see what last year brought to them. So that brings us to Minute Maid Park, home of the Houston Astros. It is a weird, oddly set up thing. It is with the train and the short porch, 315 to left, 435 to center, and 326 to right field. Now, center, they did have, for the longest time, they had the hill going up, which was a quirk in it. And, if someone hit it out there, which hell of a shot anyway, they had an even better chance to get on because that hill, the outfielder is going to be running and they're going to hit that hill, and it does mess you up. They leveled the hill, it's gone, but center field is 435. If anyone takes it out of center field, they deserve it. I'm sorry, but it is huge. So what it is now with the wall height, right field is 7 feet, and it gradually makes its way up to 25 feet. Left field has the train, has the facing, but that is good. Any left hand or left side, if the ball hits off that, it could careen just like the other ballparks. So that is another thing that you're looking at in this situation. Let's get into the numbers for the batters. So right-handed batting stats. Home run rate, .99, so just below the average. Triples, 1.31. Doubles, .89. Singles, .97. Average, .96. On base, .96. Slugging, .96. WOBA, .96 as well. And runs scored to right-handed bats, .88. Home runs here, .93 to lefties, 1.26 in triples. Doubles, .99. Singles, .89. Average, .92. OBP, .93. Slugging percentage, .94. WOBA also .94, and runs scored to left-handed bats, .89. So these numbers, almost everything is below the league average, which is odd. Usually it is a home run hitting park. It's also in Texas. It really depends on some factors, but for the most part, if a person's going to hit a home run, it's going to be a right-handed bat. Definitely look at those right-handed bats. That's why Evan Gattis is in there. Just short little porch and left. The ball can actually fly out of there. Where does it rank right now? Just early on in the season. This ranks, let's see. Where is it? Number 11. So it is giving up some home runs, 1.093 rate. That brings us to Nationals Park, Washington, D.C., Left field 336, center 402, and right field 335 with a little corner in right center, so it should favor the lefties. 8 feet at the shortest part, 14 feet at the biggest part. Looking at the statistics, right-handed bats home run rate 1.13. That's why you're looking at Ryan Zimmerman having a great year. Trey Turner, just depends who they've got out there. Jason Worth. Triples 0.54, doubles 0.95, singles 1.03, batting average 1.02, on-base percentage 1.01, slugging percentage 1.02, WOBA also 1.02, and runs scored 1.03. So everything but 2 categories for right-handed bats are above the average of 1. Left-handed bats using the right side of the field, 0.89 for home runs, 0.84 for triples, 0.96 for doubles, 0.95 for singles, 0.94 for average. Your on-base percentage looking at 0.95, slugging 0.92, WOBA 0.94, and runs scored 0.89. So, in actuality, all other factors, all numbers point to right-handed bats doing well here. 2 exceptions to this rule for batters for the Nationals. I'm looking at Daniel Murphy, who's killing it, and Bryce Harper, who's killing it. Those are really the only 2 left. Adam Eaton as well. He just went down hurt though, so don't really know what to expect out of that. Says a knee strain, but I watched the replay, and he was damn near death. I mean, it looked like the most painful thing ever. So I don't see if it's a strain. We'll see after the MRI. But there's 2 exceptions to batters right now. It is Daniel Murphy and it is Bryce Harper. Other than that, right-handed bats fare better in Nationals Park. That's going to be your Jason Worth. That's going to be your Ryan Zimmerman. Where do they rank right now? And some of these are going to be skewed because there's only been a month of games for the 2017 season, and there's not been that many series at some of these parks. So that's going to be the only downfall of these numbers. Once we get into last year's numbers, you're going to see an entire season of where they rank. So with Nationals Park here, they rank number 19, 0.939 home run rate. So as of now, it's not the best home run hitting park unless your name's Bryce Harper or Daniel Murphy, or apparently Ryan Zimmerman. That brings us to our next baseball stadium, and I actually have some help from I've enlisted someone to help me. Duke. Hey, he's right here. He's going to maybe be there the rest of the video. We'll see. He's actually going to help us with our next stadium. Duke, can you help me? Nope. He's not helping. He's just going to stare. He's got two different colored eyes. So the next stadium is O.Co Stadium, Oakland Coliseum, whatever you want to call it. That's pretty much what it is now. Terrible park. I think they just got some money to get a new park. It is a terrible, terrible park. It's like 150 years old, but it's a hitter's park. Kidding. It's huge. It's more of a pitcher's park. Left field, 330. Center, 400. Right field, 330 as well. Pretty much the dimensions are the exact same on both sides. At the smallest part of the stadium, the outfield wall, 8 feet. The tallest is 15 feet. And about 100,000 seats up above in center field that are tarped off because why would you want more seating for, no one to show up to? So barely ever get sat in, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to go through the numbers. And right now, guys, I mean, it's like I said, it's pretty much a hitter's park. Kidding. It is a pitcher's park. I am messing up so bad. But let's get into it. We are actually going to go with the right-handed bats first. Home run rate on the scale is 0.78. Triples, 1.07. It is a massive park. So if it can hit the little corners, you can get a triple. And we're going to see that. Doubles, 0.98. Singles, 0.99. Average, 0.95. On-base percentage, 0.95. Slugging, 9.91. WOBA, 0.93. And runs scored, 0.88. Home runs here to left-handed bats, 0.75. Triples, 1.23, considerably more than righties and above the average. Doubles, 0.97. Singles are pretty much on par at 1. Average is 0.96. On-base percentage is 0.96 as well. Slugging percentage, 0.92. WOBA, 0.94. And runs scored for left-handed batters, 0.94 as well. In this stadium, you are looking for a pitcher. You want to find a decent mid-level to high-priced pitcher. High-priced because he's got a great matchup. The Oakland A's, they're the Oakland A's. They're not a good team, most years anyway. And if you can find a great pitcher against them, especially in this ballpark, you're looking for good things to happen with pitching. Home run numbers here, as of this right now, it's their 10th, 1.19, but that will go once more games play. That'll go way down. Oriole Park at Camden Yards. You got Camden Yards here, the home of the Orioles. It's a hitter's park, guys. 333 to left, 400 to center, and 318 to right. Center kind of comes to a point like other stadiums. You're going to see if you can get it into the right center gap, that's a double, that's a triple, depending on who the batter is. The lowest point of the wall is 7 feet. The highest is 21. Once it gets hot here in Baltimore, you're going to see the ball fly out of there. That's why you're going to see Mark Trumbo start to heat back up. You're going to see Chris Davis. Well, Chris Davis is going to home run one time, but then he's going to strike out 3 other times. But you'll kind of see how it goes there. Going with the numbers here, home runs to right-handed batters, 1.16, triples, 0.94, doubles, 0.93, singles, 1.05, average, 1.03, on-base percentage, 1.02, slugging percentage, 1.05, WOBA is 1.03, and runs scored is 1.02 itself. Home runs, 1.12 to lefties, triples, 0.57, considerably below right-handed bats. Doubles, 0.84. Singles, 1.07. Average, 1.01. On-base percentage, slugging, and WOBA are all at the minimum, the average of 1, and runs scored 1.07. So as you can see, if you're going to hit a home run, it really doesn't matter. Either side of the plate, pretty much up there. Doubles, it's more of a righty for some reason. Triples, more of a lefty, almost 2 times as much for right-handed bats than left-handed bats. Where does Camden Yards rank so far this season? So far, they are 27th. The Orioles have been scoring a lot of runs, but it seems to be coming on the road. It's not at home. Once, summer starts to happen, you got the humidity, you got all the home run hitters. You're looking at huge numbers here. They're going to jump up, and we will go over that afterwards. Petco Park, San Diego, more of a pitcher's park, but it's really weird. It's the dimensions, 336 to left, 396 to center, and 322 right field. Lowest part of the wall, 8 foot. The highest is 11 foot. So you can still see some home runs robbed here. Right-handed bats, home runs, 1.07. Triples, 1.14. Exactly double than right-handed or left-handed batters. Right-handed doubles, 0.91. Singles at the average of 1. Average, 0.99, along with OBP, 0.99. Slugging and WOBA both are at the average of 1, and runs scored is at 1.02. Left-handed batters, home run rate, 0.90. Triple, 0.57, which is half of the 1.14 for right-handed bats. Singles, 1.02. Average, 0.99. OBP is 0.98. Slugging percentage is 0.96. WOBA to left-handed bats, 0.98. And runs scored for left-handed bats, for some unknown reason, 0.85, which is 15 points less than the average and 17 points less than the right-handed bats. That is Petco Park. And looking at Petco Park, they rank 23rd so far with the home runs. And that attributes a lot to the Padres don't have very many home run hitters. So when your team is set up to not, it's not good, such as the Padres, there's not going to be a lot of home runs. There hasn't been a lot of games played there yet, and there's really not very many home run hitters on this team. Manuel Margot at the top, coming on strong to start the season. You've got Will Myers, and then there's other people on the team. If you want to be brutally honest, that's pretty much how it is. PNC Park, home of the Pirates, home of the Aaron Judge home run last a week ago, actually. The dimensions, 325 in left, 405 in center, and 325 in right. The lowest part of the wall, 6 foot towards the left field side, and 21 foot on the right side. Digging into the numbers a little bit. Right-handed batters, home runs, 0.86. Triples, 1.49. Very considerable considering, and we'll go over that. Doubles, 0.97. Singles, 1.06. Average, 1.03. And on-base percentage, 1.02. Slugging is 1 on the dot. WOBA is 1.01. And runs scored is 0.97. On the flip side of that, your left-handed batters here, 1.08 home runs. Triples, 1.0. Doubles for lefties, 0.96. Singles down at 0.93. Average, 0.96. OBP, slugging, and WOBA all at 0.99. And runs scored, 1.03. So if you're looking for hits, you're looking for home runs, more of triples, singles, average, OBP, doubles, you're looking at right-handed bats. If you're looking at home runs at PNC Park, you're looking at 1.08 for lefties, which is 20 points higher than the right-handed bats. You are looking for left-handed bats in PNC Park to hit a home run, take advantage of right field being at 325. For some reason, it's at 325, but lefties have a little bit better than righties do. That brings us to Cleveland's where does PNC Park rank so far this season? It ranks number 7. Number 7. That number will most likely change and go down further. You will see in a little bit. Ballpark factors for Progressive Field in Cleveland. Let's do it as well. So just like PNC Park, it's the exact same dimensions. 325 in left, 405 in center, and 325 in right. Most of them are considerable. This is a hitter's park. You got right-handed bats, home runs 1.03, triples 0.66, doubles 1.23, singles 1.05, average 1.08 to righties, OBP 1.07, slugging 1.08, WOBA is 1.07, and runs scored 1.15. So that brings us to left-handed bats at this stadium. Home runs, 1.08, so a little bit better. Triples, a little bit less, 0.59. Doubles, 1.43. Singles, 1.12. Average, 1.16. OBP is 1.13. Slugging, 1.15. WOBA, 1.13, and runs scored, 1.27. So if you're looking for a doubles hitting park, this is the stadium for you. Look at left-handed bats, look at right-handed bats. They're pretty good. Lefties a little bit better, but both are great. So where does Progressive Field rank this season? Progressive Field actually ranks number 5 so far, and that has a lot to do with the games that have been played there. Cleveland has fielded a team again that hits home runs, hits extra base hits. They're there. They're going to do some things. That is definitely what you are looking at there. Looking at the Rogers Center, we have home of the mighty Toronto Blue Jays, who are in dead last. Normally, they're fielding a team that hits a ton of home runs. This is a home run hitting park. It's a dome in Toronto. Something's wrong in this season, boys and girls. Left field, 328, center, 400, and right field, 328. This is a stadium I really want to go to because I would love to stay in the hotel that's actually in center field and just be able to watch a baseball game from my hotel room. That'd be sweet. Will that ever happen? I don't know. That's on my bucket list. We'll see if I can get that to happen. The wall here is all 10 foot. Basically, if you're Pilar, you might rob some home runs. Jose Bautista's not moving because he's, 47 years old. Anyway, let's get into the numbers. Right-handed bats first. As always, home runs, 1.02, above the norm. Triples, 0.97. Doubles, 1.19. Singles, oddly enough, 0.94. Average, 1.01. On-base percentage, 1.02. Slugging at 104. WOBA at 1.02. And runs at 1.10. That brings us to left-handed bats, home runs, 1.09. Triples, 1.15. Doubles, 1.16. Singles, 0.96. Average, 1.01. On-base percentage, 0.99. Slugging, 1.04 with a WOBA of 1.01. And runs scored, 0.98. So you can see right-handed bats a little bit better. They're above average than left-handed bats. It really depends. You're never going to have a weather problem. The games are always going to play, but they just haven't fielded a team like in the past. Once Edwin Encarnacion left, it's like that. Rogers Center actually ranks 9th, but it is tied with Marlins Park so far this season. It's really not coming from the Blue Jays. It's coming from the visiting bats, to be honest with you. Brings us to Safeco Field. The Mariners, when they field a good hitting team, which they haven't so far this season, I like this park. It is also a retractable roof, so we'll always play. There'll always be a game there, so that's another thing just to be heads up on. Left field is 331, center is 401, and right field is 326, with the field all the way around, the fence being 8 feet tall. This is where you would always take Felix Hernandez in the past because he's a stud. Now he's not a stud. He is hurt. He doesn't look like he has it anymore. He has a lot of miles on his arm. The Mariners really wasted his arm. I don't want to say wasted. I guess used his arm a ton for good reason. But they've never been able to field a good offensive hitting team behind him to give him even a run in the playoffs with the kind of player he is. That's the sad truth about it. But this is what we are going to talk about. We're going to talk about the field. We're not going to talk about Felix. So we're looking at right-handed bats. We're looking at home runs at 1.03, triples at 0.63. We're looking at doubles, 0.94, and then singles, average, OBP, slugging, and WOBA. They're all below. Singles and average are 0.92 and 0.94. OBP, slugging, and WOBA are 0.96, and runs scored 0.97. Home runs, let's move over to the left-handed batters. Home runs, 1.08. Triples, 0.74. Doubles, 0.88. Singles, .98. Average, .97. OBP, slugging, and WOBA are all .98, and runs scored, .90. So, that is kind of what we're looking at there. More of a pitcher's park, per se. Where they rank right now for this season, obviously a month into the season, they're 26th. Whether we got to wait, a lot of this is going to change once summer hits. We got to wait for that. That's the thing we were waiting for. Once summer hits, a lot of the ballparks will heat up. Humidity will be good there. SunTrust Park, the new park for Atlanta. It's obviously brand new, so there's nothing to go off of. So the numbers are going to look a little skewed. The numbers here right now are all ones. You just don't know. That's the thing. So Atlanta, once it gets hot, the ball will fly out of there with the humidity because it is the South. But right now we have there's no data because it's not been around. So dimensions 335, center 400, and 330 in right field. We're all at 1 here. It's shown to be a doubles park so far. It is I think they said the second highest altitude stadium right behind Coors, so that will bode well for we're going to be looking at home runs. We're going to let doubles, triples, home runs. We just have to get a season in the books to kind of give you guys numbers to go with. So right now, we've got nothing else. They've been considerable. They've been hitting some doubles here. There's no other numbers to go with. And yeah, it's not on the list, obviously. So we can't really go off of anything right now, but once we get numbers in, definitely check that out. It brings us to Target Field in Minnesota. I have been to this stadium. It is amazing. I love this stadium. I like it better than Kauffman. I like this stadium a lot. It's literally downtown. You there's no parking. I mean, there's parking garages, but you just walk downtown and you're in the stadium. I love this stadium. We went for the 4th of July in 2014. Yeah, 2014. It was Jeter's last year. We went there. It was really awesome. I suggest put this on your bucket list to go. The dimensions are 339, 404, and 328. Now, I think it was a little bit different in center field when they first opened. They had some trees out there and stuff, but the batters were complaining about it getting in the way and stuff like that, so they did end up getting rid of those. Took away from the aesthetics, but it helped out with the field itself. At the smallest point of the fence is 8 feet. The right side is 23 feet tall. It's been open since 2009, I do believe, so we've got some numbers through it. Home runs to right-handed bats, 1.11. Triples, 0.98. Doubles, 1.02. Singles and average, both 1.04. OBP, 1.01. Slugging, 1.05. WOBA, 1.03. And runs, 1.04. Home runs to left-handed bats, 0.86, so considerably below right-handed bats. Triples, 0.84. Doubles, 0.99. Singles, 1.08. Average, 1.02. OBP, 0.99. Slugging, 0.97. WOBA, 0.98. And runs scored, 0.95. So where does this ballpark rank? It is 24th so far. Less than it's 0.795 for home runs. So as you can see, it's considerably less than Chase Field, Yankee Stadium, and Coors Field. Tropicana Field in Tampa Bay. This is a pitcher's park. It's terrible. I don't know why it's still there. They've got catwalks that the ball can hit off of and be live. They have a white top. Whoever thought about constructing this with a white top with a white ball? Idiots. Just absolute idiots. The dimensions, 315 to left, 404 in center, and 322 in right. You can lose the ball easily if it gets hit up there really, really high. The lowest point of the floor or wall, 5 feet. The highest is 11. These numbers are terrible. Home runs, 0.84. Triples, 0.84. All these are right-handed bats. Doubles, 0.88. Singles, 0.96. Average, 0.93. OBP, 0.95. Slugging, 0.90. WOBA, 0.93. And runs scored, 0.90. Home runs, left-handed bats will do a little bit better, so that's why Corey Dickerson makes a great DFS option on most slates because he's leading off. He absolutely smashes right-handed pitching. Home runs, 1.16. Triples and doubles both at 0.85. Singles, 0.99. Average is 0.97. OBP for lefties is 0.98. Slugging and WOBA both at 0.99 and runs scored at 1.02. So what's this look like right now for this season so far? We've got Tampa Bay, Florida, St. Petersburg. Tropicana Field is 21st. So they are lower. They are at 0.876. It is a pitcher's park. If you can get Chris Archer to pitch and he's at home, he's a great option to be your pitcher of the night. Brings us to Chicago. It was U.S. Cellular Field, but now it is Guaranteed Rate Field. These names of these fields are just about cussed. Guaranteed Rate Field. That is the dumbest name I've ever heard. Stupid name. Let's get on with the dimensions. 330 to left, 4 in center, and 335 to right. The field is all the way around. The fence is 8 feet. These numbers, it's going to favor the right-handed batters better in this guaranteed rate field. It's a guaranteed righter hitting, blah, blah, blah. Home runs, 1.1. I don't know what the hell that was. Home runs, 1.10. Triples, 0.74. Doubles, 0.89. Singles, 1.01. Average, at the average of 1. OBP is 1.02. Slugging is 1. WOBA is 1.01. And runs is 0.93. Home runs to left-handed batters is actually a little bit better. 1.19. Triples, 1.24. Doubles, 0.88. Singles, 0.86. Average is 0.90. OBP is 0.93. Slugging, 0.96. WOBA, 0.94. And runs scored, 0.92. So this is more of a right-handed batter's park. Not heavily, though. It's more of a pitching type park. Depends. Once it gets hot, once the winds come off of the Great Lakes, Lake Michigan there in Chicago, the dead of summer, the ball will heat up a little bit. Well, the ball won't heat up, but the air will heat up. The ball will fly out of there a little bit more. Where are they at right now? They are ranked 18th at 0.952. Brings us to a good old Wrigley Field. I can promise you this is a hitter's park. 355 to left, 400 to center, and 353 to right. Home runs, right-handed bats, 1.17. Triples, 1.65. Doubles, 0.90. Singles, 0.94. Average, 0.98. OBP is at the average of 1. Slugging is 1.02. WOBA is 1.01. And runs scored to righties, 0.99. Left-handed hitting bats, home runs, 0.89. Triples, 0.85. Doubles, 0.87. Singles, 0.94. Average, 0.93. You've got OBP here at 0.98. Slugging is 0.91. WOBA is 0.95. And runs scored is 0.84. So there is exception here. The right-handed bats, yeah, Chris Bryant, you're going to do good. Javi Baez, Addison Russell, they're going to do good. Left-handed bats, different though. You still have the Anthony Rizzo. He's going to hit home runs anywhere. It favors righties, but the Cubs have just an all-inclusive team that you really can't go wrong either way with any of these bats. It's the Cubs though. They have a really, really good team. That brings Wrigley right now is at 16. Obviously, the Cubs haven't been hitting like they did last year, but once they do hit, then they will do just as well there. That brings us to Yankee Stadium. We have 318 to left, 408 to center, and 314 to right. People are going to say there's a jet stream in right. It's a short porch. It is a short porch. 314, you're going to see a ton of home runs there. Especially with this ball club they put out. 8 feet tall wall all the way around. Home runs to righties, 1.24. That's a huge number considering. Triples, 0.45. Really rare you're going to see a triple here. Doubles, 0.78. Singles, 1.03. average .99 along with OBP, slugging 1.02, and WOBA and runs to right-handed batters 1.01. Brings us to left-handed batters, 1.38 home runs. That is amazing. Obviously, it's that jet stream. It's that right field. Triples 0.61, doubles 0.97, singles 0.88, average 0.95, OBP is 0.98, slugging is 1.03, and WOBA is 1.01, runs 1.05. Where do they rank? They rank currently number 2. That has a lot to do with this Yankees home team smashing a ton of home runs. I think they're in second overall with home runs. That might have been that's obviously before this weekend, so I can't really tell you what they're at now. But if Yankee Stadium, you're always gonna, if they're against a subpar pitcher or they're against a small time pitcher, not a huge stud, they're gonna fare well, and you always want to take a Yankee stack when they're at home, due to this fact that it's the second highest hitting home run park as of right now, and we will go through the entire last season as well. So those are the stadiums, guys. Hopefully this did help you. Let's get into last year's rankings of the park factors. At the end of the season, we have to see what they were able to do, who it was. Now I'm going to give you guys a second. I want you to guess. So when you're reading this, put your comment down below before I go through it. Before I go through the 2016 stats, I'm giving you guys a second. Comment down below what you think. Pause the video. Comment down below what you think the top 5 stadiums were. And once you guys write that down, once you get it, we will start it from there. I'll give you 10 seconds. 10. I didn't really count. So, okay. These are the numbers in the order of last year. And you probably going to be close to the same as for this year. So, number 1, Yankee Stadium, home run rate of 1.377. Chase Field, 1.292. Coors, 1.265. Number 4, Great American Ballpark, the Reds, 1.175. Progressive Field, Cleveland, 1.168. Safeco, 1.15. Number 7 is Citizens Bank Park. Number 8, Comerica Park. Number 9, Miller Park. Number 10, Guaranteed Rate Field. Stupid. This one's surprising, but number 11 is Citi Field. It is massive. That's still surprising. Number 12 is surprising as well. Fenway Park, considering, 5 feet to the left and you got a home run. Angel Stadium is number 13. Number 14 is Globe Life Park. Number 15 is Nationals Park. 16, Target Field, beautiful Target Field. 17 is Rogers Center. 18 is Oriole Park, also known as Camden Yards. Number 19 is Petco. Number 20 is Dodger Stadium, which I've been there like we talked about. Number 21, Busch Stadium. 22, Tropicana Field. 23, Minute Maid Park. You like how it's Minute Maid and then Tropicana. It's just fun. That was funny to me. Number 24 is Wrigley Field. Number 25 is PNC Park. Number 26 is Marlins Park. 27 is Kauffman Stadium. 28 was Turner Field. Obviously, they got a new field, so we'll have to kind of see. 29, O.co. And number 30, what was it? It was AT&T Park. So, guys, this was a highly requested video. This video hopefully helped you out. I know I probably talked pretty fast because the length of this video, I didn't want it to be 17 hours long. So rewind it, listen to it over and over, write down the stats that you want. I brought you as much as I possibly could. You guys were asking for it. So hopefully this did help you out. If this helped you out in any way, please share the video and let people know about it. Please thumbs this video up. Subscribe if you have not. I plan on having this video be the video that everyone sees on other videos to help each other out. So hopefully this does help you out to decide, who your DFS players should be. I've given you enough information. Hopefully you guys can decide from there. We still have a great deal of content over at dailyrotohelp.com. We are part owner of MLBreports.com. You'll see this video over there. You'll see a bunch of things. So hopefully this took you, this is going to be an hour plus once I get it all edited and stuff like that. So thank you guys for checking this video out. Good luck with DFS. Good luck with fantasy baseball season long, whatever you guys play. Hopefully this was a very informative video, and would really love to know what you guys liked about it and what other kind of videos you guys would like to see on this channel to help you out making money or just learning about baseball in general. Good luck, guys, and as always, bring home that bacon. Peace.